Saqqara, a timeless necropolis. Egypt, a land steeped in history and ancient wonders. Join me, if you will, on a journey to Saqqara. Saqqara, a vast necropolis south of Cairo, whispers tales of pharaohs and ancient rites. Imagine a desert landscape, the silence broken only by the wind. Here lies Saqqara, a testament to Egypt's enduring legacy. This sprawling site is a treasure trove of tombs, temples and pyramids. For over 3,000 years, Saqqara served as the burial ground for Memphis. Memphis, the ancient capital of Egypt. Saqqara's historical significance is immeasurable. It provides an unparalleled glimpse into ancient Egyptian life, death and belief systems. Unlike the more famous Giza Plateau, Saqqara boasts monuments from various periods of Egyptian history. This makes it a truly unique window into the evolution of Egyptian civilization. From the Old Kingdom to the late period, Saqqara holds secrets waiting to be unveiled. The Step Pyramid, an architectural marvel. Dominating the Saqqara skyline is the Step Pyramid of Djoser. This architectural marvel, built in the 27th century BC, is a sight to behold. Imagine a pyramid not with smooth sides, but with 6 massive steps. This is the Step Pyramid, a revolutionary structure that changed the course of Egyptian architecture. The Step Pyramid was the brainchild of Imhotep, a genius architect and polymath. Prior to the Step Pyramid, tombs were simple rectangular structures known as mastabas. Imhotep's vision, however, was far grander. He conceived of stacking mastabas, one on top of the other, creating a towering symbol of royal power. The result was the world's first monumental stone structure, a testament to Imhotep's ingenuity. The Step Pyramid is not just a tomb, it is a symbol of innovation and human ambition. Pyramids of the 5th and 6th dynasties. The Step Pyramid of Djoser may be Saqqara's most iconic monument, but it is far from the only pyramid at this sprawling site. The 5th and 6th dynasties also left their mark on Saqqara, constructing pyramids that, while smaller than Djoser's masterpiece, are no less intriguing. These later pyramids, often referred to as true pyramids due to their smooth sides, reflect the evolution of pyramid building techniques. Among these, the Pyramid of Unas stands out. This pyramid, though modest in size, holds a special place in Egyptian history as the final resting place of Pharaoh Unas. The Pyramid of Unas is remarkable for another reason. It contains the earliest known examples of pyramid texts. These texts, inscribed on the walls of the pyramid's inner chambers, are a collection of spells and incantations intended to assist the deceased pharaoh in the afterlife. Unveiling the secrets of the Serapeum. Deep beneath the sands of Saqqara lies another wonder, the Serapeum. This subterranean complex, a labyrinth of tunnels and chambers, served a unique purpose. It was the burial ground for the Apis bulls. To the ancient Egyptians, the Apis bull was no ordinary animal. It was considered a living embodiment of the god Ptah, the patron deity of Memphis. When an Apis bull died, it was mummified and interred in the Serapeum with great ceremony. These burials were lavish affairs, accompanied by offerings of food, jewellery and other precious objects. The Serapeum's discovery in the 19th century caused a sensation. The massive granite sarcophagi, some weighing over 60 tons, contained not only the mummified remains of the bulls, but also a wealth of artifacts that provided invaluable insights into this ancient cult. Saqqara's significance extends far beyond the Old Kingdom. It continued to be an active burial ground for centuries, reflecting the ebb and flow of Egyptian history. During the First Intermediate Period, a time of political upheaval and decentralization, Saqqara witnessed the construction of new tombs and the expansion of older ones. These tombs, while perhaps less grand than their Old Kingdom predecessors, reflect the changing political landscape and the emergence of new regional powers. The Middle Kingdom saw a resurgence of royal power and a renewed interest in Saqqara. Pharaohs of this era, eager to connect with their glorious ancestors, commissioned new monuments and restored older ones. It was during the New Kingdom, however, that Saqqara experienced another period of intense activity. The pharaohs of this era, though they had moved their capital to Thebes, still recognized the importance of Saqqara as a sacred site. While the pyramids and the Serapeum may be the most famous attractions at Saqqara, the site is also home to hundreds of tombs belonging to high-ranking officials, priests, and other members of the elite. These tombs, often elaborately decorated with scenes from daily life, offer a fascinating glimpse into the lives of the people who lived and worked in ancient Memphis. The walls of these tombs are covered in vibrant paintings and intricate carvings, depicting everything from hunting and fishing expeditions to religious rituals and funerary banquets. These scenes are not merely decorative. They served a symbolic purpose, providing the deceased with provisions and entertainment in the afterlife. They also offer us a window into the beliefs, values, and daily activities of the ancient Egyptians. Saqqara, despite centuries of exploration, continues to surprise and amaze archaeologists. In recent years, a series of remarkable discoveries has captivated the world and underscored the site's enduring importance. In 2020, for example, archaeologists unearthed a vast cache of over 100 beautifully painted wooden coffins, many still sealed after more than 2,500 years. These coffins, containing the mummified remains of men, women and children, provide a unique glimpse into ancient burial practices and religious beliefs. The discovery of new tombs and artifacts at Saqqara is not a rare occurrence. The site is vast, and much of it remains unexplored. Each new find adds to our understanding of this ancient necropolis and the people who lived and died there. Saqqara, an open-air museum. Today, Saqqara is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of Egypt's most popular tourist destinations, but it is more than just a collection of ancient monuments. It is a living museum, a place where the past is still very much present. As you wander through the site, you can almost hear the echoes of the pharaohs and imagine the rituals that once took place here. Saqqara's open-air setting enhances its allure, allowing visitors to experience the site in its natural environment. The vastness of the necropolis, the silence of the desert, and the sheer age of the monuments create an atmosphere that is both awe-inspiring and humbling. Whether you are an archaeologist, a history enthusiast, or simply someone with a thirst for adventure, Saqqara is a destination that is sure to leave a lasting impression. Saqqara, with its timeless pyramids, its subterranean secrets, and its vibrant tomb paintings, stands as a testament to the ingenuity, artistry, and enduring legacy of ancient Egypt. It is a place where the past is not dead and buried, but very much alive, waiting to be discovered and understood. So the next time you find yourself in Egypt, make sure to visit Saqqara. Walk among the pyramids, explore the tombs, and let the spirit of this ancient necropolis transport you back in time. Few figures in history command the awe and intrigue of Alexander the Great. His name echoes through the annals of time, a symbol of unparalleled ambition and military genius. This Macedonian king, born in 356 BC, conquered vast swathes of the ancient world, creating an empire that stretched from Greece to Egypt and into the heart of Asia. His campaigns were marked by strategic brilliance and relentless determination, leaving an indelible mark on the course of Western civilization. His influence extended beyond the battlefield, shaping the cultural and intellectual landscape of the regions he conquered. Yet the final resting place of this legendary conqueror remains one of history's most enduring mysteries. Despite numerous accounts and theories, the exact location of Alexander's tomb has eluded discovery for over 2 millennia. The search for Alexander's tomb has captivated historians, archaeologists and treasure hunters for centuries, each driven by the hope of uncovering one of the greatest archaeological finds of all time, fueled by tantalizing clues and a profound desire to uncover the secrets buried within. Ancient texts and historical records provide hints, but none have led to a definitive discovery. The significance of finding Alexander's tomb extends far beyond the recovery of lost treasure or the confirmation of historical records. It represents a bridge to the past, a direct link to one of history's most influential figures. Within that lost mausoleum lies the potential to unlock a deeper understanding of Alexander himself, his beliefs, his ambitions, and his legacy. The artifacts and inscriptions within could provide unprecedented insights into his life and the era he dominated. The tomb's discovery would offer invaluable insights into the funerary practices, artistry and cultural exchange of the Hellenistic period, a time when Alexander's conquests forged connections between East and West. In 323 BC, at the age of 32, Alexander the Great's triumphant reign was cut short in Babylon. The circumstances surrounding his death remain shrouded in mystery, with theories ranging from illness to poisoning. Some accounts describe a high fever, while others point to the possibility of assassination by rivals within his own ranks. Regardless of the cause, Alexander's death plunged his vast empire into chaos. Without a clear heir, his generals, known as the Diadochi, engaged in a bitter power struggle that would last for decades. Amidst this turmoil, the fate of Alexander's body became a matter of immediate concern. Tradition dictated that a king of Alexander's stature deserved a lavish burial and a magnificent tomb. However, the logistics of preserving and transporting his body presented a considerable challenge in the ancient world. The journey from Babylon to his Macedonian homeland was long and arduous, and the summer heat posed a significant risk of decomposition. One of Alexander's most trusted generals, Ptolemy the Vasoter, ultimately took possession of the king's body. Ptolemy, a man of great ambition and vision, saw in Alexander's remains not just the body of a fallen leader, but a powerful symbol that could cement his own authority and legacy. Ptolemy, who would later establish himself as the ruler of Egypt, initially transported Alexander's remains to Memphis, the ancient capital of Egypt. Memphis, a city steeped in history and tradition, was a fitting temporary resting place for the great conqueror. The journey to Memphis was a grand procession, reflecting the reverence and respect Alexander commanded even in death. There, Alexander was embalmed by Egyptian priests, masters of the art of preserving the dead. The embalming process was intricate and sacred, involving rituals and techniques perfected over millennia. The priests, with their deep knowledge of mummification, ensured that Alexander's body would be preserved for eternity, a testament to his enduring legacy. Memphis, however, was not intended to be Alexander's final resting place. Ptolemy had grander plans, envisioning a tomb that would reflect the greatness of Alexander and serve as a symbol of his own rule. The discussions and planning for this monumental task were extensive, involving architects, artisans, and scholars. Ptolemy envisioned a grander tomb for his former king and comrade, a monument that would not only honor Alexander, but also legitimize Ptolemy's own claim to power and his vision for a new Hellenistic dynasty in Egypt. The construction of this tomb was a massive undertaking, requiring resources and labor on an unprecedented scale. It was a project that would take years to complete, but Ptolemy was determined to see it through. Thus began the construction of a magnificent tomb in Alexandria, the vibrant cosmopolitan city Ptolemy founded on the shores of the Mediterranean. Alexandria, with its strategic location and cultural significance, was the perfect site for Alexander's final resting place. The city itself was a testament to Ptolemy's vision, a melting pot of cultures and ideas, reflecting the Hellenistic ideals of knowledge and progress. The exact location and design of this tomb remain a subject of debate, but historical accounts describe a structure of remarkable grandeur, adorned with precious materials and guarded by a contingent of soldiers. The tomb was not just a burial site, but a monument to Alexander's achievements and Ptolemy's aspirations. It was a place where the past and future converged, a symbol of continuity and change. Alexander's tomb in Alexandria quickly became a site of pilgrimage and veneration. People from all walks of life, from scholars to soldiers, made the journey to pay their respects. The tomb became a focal point for the Hellenistic world, a place where people could connect with the legacy of Alexander and the new era Ptolemy was ushering in. People from across the Hellenistic world flocked to pay their respects to the fallen conqueror, transforming his tomb into a symbol of Alexander's enduring legacy and Ptolemy's burgeoning power. The tomb was more than just a final resting place. It was a beacon of hope and inspiration, a reminder of the greatness that could be achieved through vision and determination. Alexander's journey did not end with his death. It continued through the lives and aspirations of those who came after him, forever etched in the annals of history. Despite its initial prominence, Alexander's tomb in Alexandria seemingly vanished from the historical record. This disappearance has puzzled historians and archaeologists for centuries, sparking numerous quests and expeditions to uncover its secrets. The tomb, once a symbol of Alexander the Great's unparalleled legacy, now exists only in the annals of history and the imaginations of those who seek it. While ancient writers provided detailed descriptions of the tomb's splendor and the rituals performed there, concrete information about its precise location and ultimate fate remains elusive. These descriptions paint a picture of a grand mausoleum adorned with precious metals and intricate carvings, a fitting tribute to one of history's most legendary figures. Yet, despite these vivid accounts, the physical evidence of the tomb's existence has remained frustratingly out of reach. Over the centuries, numerous theories have been proposed to explain the tomb's disappearance. Scholars have pored over ancient texts, debated the reliability of historical accounts, and examined every clue with meticulous care. Some suggest that the tomb was hidden deliberately to protect it from grave robbers, while others believe it was simply forgotten as the city of Alexandria evolved and expanded. Some historians believe that the tomb was destroyed during periods of unrest and upheaval that plagued Alexandria throughout its history. The city, a melting pot of cultures and a hub of trade, was no stranger to conflict. Riots, invasions, and political turmoil could have easily led to the tomb's destruction, its treasures looted, and its structure reduced to rubble. Earthquakes, fires, and the destructive fury of various conquerors all left their mark on the city, potentially obliterating Alexander's tomb in the process. Natural disasters, such as the devastating earthquake of 365 AD, reshaped the landscape of Alexandria, toppling buildings and altering the course of history. Fires, too, ravaged the city, consuming everything in their path, including perhaps the final resting place of Alexander the Great. Another theory suggests that the tomb might have been lost more gradually, swallowed by the shifting sands of time. As centuries passed, the once majestic structure could have been buried beneath layers of sand and debris, hidden from view and forgotten by the world. Nature, relentless and unyielding, has a way of reclaiming what was once hers, erasing the marks of human achievement. Alexandria's coastline is known to have shifted over the centuries, with portions of the ancient city now submerged beneath the waters of the Mediterranean Sea. The relentless advance of the sea, combined with the gradual erosion of the coastline, has transformed the landscape dramatically. Entire sections of the city, once bustling with life, now lie beneath the waves, silent witnesses to a bygone era. It is possible that Alexander's tomb, or at least parts of it, met a similar fate, buried beneath layers of sediment and lost to the encroaching sea. Underwater archaeological explorations have uncovered remnants of ancient Alexandria, offering tantalizing glimpses into the past. Yet the tomb of Alexander the Great remains elusive. a mystery waiting to be unraveled by future generations of explorers and historians. Deep in the heart of Nubia, where the Nile River flows through the sands of time, lies a land steeped in history and mystery. This ancient region with its vast deserts and fertile riverbanks has been a cradle of civilization for millennia. Here stand the colossal temples of Abu Simbel, a marvel of ancient engineering and artistry. These towering monuments, carved directly into the sandstone cliffs, are guarded by 4 colossal statues of Ramesses II. Each statue, with its intricate details and imposing presence, tells the story of a time when pharaohs ruled with divine authority. Their imposing figures, each reaching over 65 feet in height, have captivated travelers and explorers for centuries. These statues are not just stone carvings, they are a testament to the grandeur and ambition of ancient Egypt. Abu Simbel is more than just a temple complex. It's a testament to the power and ambition of one of ancient Egypt's most celebrated pharaohs. The walls of the temples are adorned with intricate hieroglyphics and carvings that depict the might and achievements of Ramesses II. The temple's location was strategically chosen. Nestled on the border between Egypt and Nubia, it served as a sentinel, watching over the lands and resources that were vital to the kingdom's prosperity. It sits on the border between Egypt and Nubia, a region rich in gold and other resources. The Nile River, flowing serenely nearby, was a lifeline, providing water, transportation and sustenance to the people of this ancient land. The imposing facade served as a powerful statement to any who dared to enter Egypt's southern frontier. It was a declaration of strength and a warning to potential invaders. It declared the might and authority of Ramesses II, reminding all of his dominion over these lands. The inscriptions and carvings are not just decorative, they are a chronicle of a ruler's legacy, etched in stone for eternity. As the sun sets over Abu Simbel, casting long shadows over the statues, one can't help but feel a sense of awe. The guardians of Nubia stand as silent sentinels, watching over the land and its people, a reminder of a glorious past that continues to inspire and captivate. Under the starlit sky, the temples of Abu Simbel come alive with a mystical glow. The guardians of Nubia, bathed in the soft light, seem almost ethereal, as if whispering the secrets of the ages to those who listen. Visitors from around the world come to witness this marvel, their faces reflecting the wonder and admiration that these ancient guardians inspire. The legacy of Ramesses II and the grandeur of Abu Simbel continue to leave an indelible mark on all who behold them. Ramesses II, who reigned from 1279 to 1213 BC, is considered one of Egypt's greatest pharaohs. His reign was marked by ambitious building projects, military campaigns, and a flourishing of art and culture. Abu Simbel, his most impressive architectural achievement, was intended to immortalize his legacy and honor the gods of ancient Egypt. Over time, the sands of the desert swallowed Abu Simbel. The temples lay forgotten for centuries, their existence known only through local legends. Then, in 1813, Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt stumbled upon the site. He was captivated by the sight of the colossal statues peeking out from beneath the sand. A monumental rescue, the Great Relocation. In the 1960s, the construction of the Aswan High Dam posed a significant threat to Abu Simbel. The rising waters of Lake Nasser, the reservoir created by the dam, would have submerged the temples entirely.
To save this ancient wonder, UNESCO launched an unprecedented international rescue operation. The temples were carefully cut into massive blocks, each weighing between 20 and 30 tons. These blocks were then transported and reassembled on higher ground 200 feet above the original site.
The relocation was a remarkable feat of engineering and international cooperation, ensuring the preservation of Abu Simbel for generations to come. The temples of Abu Simbel are not just architectural marvels, they are a testament to the grandeur and ambition of ancient Egyptian civilization. Nestled on the western bank of Lake Nasser, these temples have stood the test of time, witnessing the rise and fall of empires. Abu Simbel consists of two temples. These monumental structures were originally carved out of the mountainside during the reign of Pharaoh Ramesses II in the 13th century BC. They were intended to demonstrate the power and divine nature of the pharaoh. The larger temple, the Great Temple, is dedicated to Ramesses II himself, as well as the gods Amun, Ra-Horakhti and Ptah. The facade of the Great Temple is dominated by four colossal statues of Ramesses II, each standing over 20 meters tall, gazing out across the desert. The interior is a labyrinth of halls and chambers adorned with intricate reliefs and towering statues. These halls were designed to impress and inspire awe, with every surface covered in detailed carvings that tell the story of Ramesses II's reign and his divine right to rule.
The small temple, is dedicated to Ramesses II's beloved wife, Queen Nefertari, and the goddess Hathor. This temple is equally impressive, with its own set of statues and carvings that celebrate the queen's beauty and grace. The walls of both temples are covered in detailed carvings. These carvings are not just decorative, they are a visual record of the beliefs, achievements, and daily life of the ancient Egyptians. These carvings depict scenes from Ramesses II's reign, including his military victories, religious ceremonies, and family life. They provide a glimpse into the world of ancient Egypt, showing us the pharaoh's prowess in battle, his devotion to the gods, and his role as a family man.
The vibrant colours, miraculously preserved for millennia, bring these ancient stories to life. The hues of red, blue, yellow and green are as vivid today as they were thousands of years ago, allowing us to connect with the past in a way that words alone cannot convey. As we explore these temples, we are not just looking at stone and paint. We are stepping into a world that has been carefully crafted to honour the gods and immortalise the legacy of one of Egypt's greatest pharaohs. One of the most remarkable features of Abu Simbel is its astronomical alignment. Twice a year, on February 22nd and October 22nd, the rising sun penetrates the Great Temple's inner sanctuary. The sunlight illuminates the statues of Ramesses II and the gods Amun and Ra-Horakhti, bathing them in a golden glow. This phenomenon, a testament to the ancient Egyptians' advanced understanding of astronomy, is believed to have coincided with significant events in Ramesses II's reign, such as his coronation or the start of the harvest season. The story of Abu Simbel is one of survival against all odds. Over the millennia, the temples have withstood the ravages of time, including natural disasters such as sandstorms and earthquakes. Yet they have remained remarkably well preserved, a testament to the skill and dedication of the ancient builders. From its creation by a powerful pharaoh to its rediscovery by intrepid explorers and its ultimate relocation to escape the rising waters, the history of Abu Simbel is a tale of human ingenuity and perseverance. The temples are a source of inspiration, reminding us of the incredible achievements of the past and the importance of preserving our cultural heritage. It serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring legacy of ancient Egypt and the importance of preserving our shared cultural heritage for generations to come. The ongoing preservation efforts at Abu Simbel ensure that this remarkable site will continue to inspire and educate people for many years to come. As we look to the future, we must remain committed to protecting and celebrating the rich history and cultural achievements of our ancestors. The Nile, a life-giving river, snakes through the arid landscapes of North Africa. Along its banks, an extraordinary civilization blossomed thousands of years ago, ancient Egypt. This land, shrouded in mystery and legend, continues to captivate our imagination. From the towering pyramids of Giza to the enigmatic Sphinx, the remnants of ancient Egypt whisper tales of pharaohs, gods, and a civilization that thrived for millennia. These monumental structures are not mere relics of a bygone era. They stand as testaments to human ingenuity, ambition, and a deep connection with the cosmos. The ancient Egyptians believed in the eternal cycle of life and death, reflected in their elaborate burial rituals and the grandeur of their tombs. Join me now as we embark on a journey through time, exploring the rise and fall of this extraordinary civilization. Our adventure takes us from the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt to the era of powerful pharaohs who commanded vast armies and immense wealth. We'll delve into the lives of ordinary Egyptians, their beliefs, their innovations, and their enduring legacy that continues to shape our world today. Prepare to be amazed by the splendors of ancient Egypt, a land of enduring fascination and unparalleled historical significance. Before the grandeur of the pyramids and the might of the pharaohs, Egypt existed as two separate entities, Upper and Lower Egypt. These regions were distinct in their cultures, traditions, and even their gods. The fertile lands of the Nile Valley were divided, each region with its own ruler and deities. The people of Upper Egypt worshipped gods like Seth, while those in Lower Egypt revered gods such as Wadjet. This division, however, would not last forever. The desire for unity and strength was ever present, and the two regions were destined to come together. Around 3100 BC, a powerful king emerged from Upper Egypt. His name was Narmer. He was a visionary leader who saw the potential of a united Egypt. Narmer's victory over Lower Egypt marked a pivotal moment in Egyptian history. His triumph was not just a military conquest, but a symbolic act of unification. This unification under one ruler paved the way for the emergence of a unified Egyptian identity and the establishment of the dynastic rule that would characterize ancient Egypt. The merging of the two lands brought about a new era of prosperity and cultural development. Narmer's legacy is not only political, it is also artistic. His reign marked the beginning of a flourishing period for Egyptian art and culture. The Narmer palette, a ceremonial artifact discovered in the ancient city of Hieroglyphs, depicts Narmer wearing the crowns of both Upper and Lower Egypt, symbolizing his dominion over the two lands. This artifact is a testament to his power and the significance of his rule. This artifact provides us with a glimpse into the early stages of Egyptian art and the significance of royal iconography. The intricate carvings and symbols on the palette tell a story of power, divinity, and the unification of a great civilization. With the unification complete, a new era dawned upon the land of the Nile. The once divided regions now work together, sharing resources and knowledge, leading to advancements in various fields. The first dynasty was established, marking the beginning of a remarkable journey that would span thousands of years. This period saw the consolidation of power and the establishment of traditions that would endure for millennia. The unification of Egypt laid the foundation for the flourishing civilization that would leave an indelible mark on human history. The achievements of ancient Egypt in architecture, art, and governance continue to inspire and awe the world to this day. The Old Kingdom, spanning from around 2686 to 2181 BC, is often regarded as the golden age of ancient Egypt. This era laid the foundation for the grandeur and mystique that we associate with ancient Egyptian civilization today. This period witnessed the flourishing of Egyptian culture, marked by impressive advancements in art, architecture, and governance. The pharaohs of the Old Kingdom were not just rulers, they were seen as gods on earth, and their divine status was reflected in the monumental projects they commissioned. It was during this era that the iconic pyramids enduring symbols of ancient Egypt were constructed. These structures were not merely tombs, but were also a testament to the pharaoh's power and their connection to the divine. These colossal structures, built as tombs for the pharaohs, showcase the architectural prowess and the sophisticated engineering skills of the ancient Egyptians. The precision with which these massive stones were cut and placed continues to baffle modern engineers and historians. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built by the pharaoh Khufu, is the most impressive of them all. Standing at an original height of 146.6 meters, it was the tallest man-made structure in the world. Its sheer scale and precision continue to astonish us today. The alignment of the pyramid, with the cardinal points, and its near-perfect symmetry, are feats of engineering that still inspire awe. The construction of these monumental tombs was not only a testament to the pharaoh's power, but also a reflection of the Egyptians' belief in the afterlife. The pyramids were seen as a means to ensure the pharaoh's safe journey to the afterlife, where they would continue to rule as gods. The pyramids were designed to ensure the safe passage of the pharaoh's soul into the afterlife, equipped with everything they would need for eternity. This included not only treasures and food, but also intricate spells and texts inscribed on the walls to guide them through the afterlife. The Old Kingdom wasn't just about pyramids, however. It was a period of remarkable cultural and intellectual achievements that laid the groundwork for future generations. This period saw the development of hieroglyphic writing, a complex system that combined logographic, syllabic, and alphabetic elements. This writing system was used for religious texts, official inscriptions, and monumental art, playing a crucial role in the administration and culture of ancient Egypt. The Egyptians also made significant strides in mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. Their understanding of the stars and the human body was advanced for their time, and many of their practices laid the foundation for future scientific discoveries. The Old Kingdom was a time of unprecedented prosperity and stability, but like all empires, its time in the sun would eventually come to an end. The Nile River, which had been the lifeblood of the civilization, also played a role in its decline. Internal strife, coupled with a weakening central authority, would usher in a period of instability known as the First Intermediate Period. This era of chaos and fragmentation marked the end of the Old Kingdom, but the legacy of its achievements would endure for millennia. The First Intermediate Period, spanning roughly from 2181 to 2055 BC, marked a significant departure from the opulence and stability of the Old Kingdom. This era was characterized by political fragmentation, social unrest, and economic decline. The once powerful centralized government of the pharaohs weakened, allowing provincial governors known as nomarchs to assert their independence. The First Intermediate Period was a time of uncertainty and upheaval. The Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, experienced irregular flooding patterns, leading to famines and social unrest. The weakening central authority resulted in increased competition for resources and power struggles between rival nomarchs. Despite the challenges, this period wasn't devoid of cultural and artistic innovation. The nomarchs, eager to assert their authority and legitimacy, commissioned elaborate tombs and temples in their respective regions. This competition led to a flourishing of regional artistic styles and a departure from the rigid artistic canons of the Old Kingdom. The First Intermediate Period, often viewed as a dark age in Egyptian history, was a time of significant transformation. It marked the end of the Old Kingdom's centralized rule and paved the way for the emergence of a new dynasty that would reunite Egypt and usher in another era of prosperity and power. Around 2055 BC, a new dynasty emerged from Thebes, a powerful city-state in Upper Egypt. This marked the beginning of a transformative era in Egyptian history. Mentuhotep II, a visionary leader, succeeded in reuniting Upper and Lower Egypt, bringing an end to the political fragmentation that had plagued the country for nearly a century. His leadership was instrumental in restoring the nation's unity. This reunification marked the beginning of the Middle Kingdom, a period characterized by renewed stability, expansion, and a flourishing of arts and culture. The Middle Kingdom is often considered a Renaissance period in ancient Egyptian history. Mentuhotep II's reign marked a return to strong central authority. He was not just a ruler, but a reformer who laid the foundation for future prosperity. He embarked on ambitious building projects, revitalized trade routes, and restored order throughout the land. These projects included the construction of temples, fortresses, and irrigation systems that boosted agricultural productivity. The Middle Kingdom pharaohs, learning from the mistakes of their predecessors, implemented administrative reforms to strengthen the central government and prevent future fragmentation. These reforms included the establishment of a more efficient bureaucracy and the appointment of loyal officials to key positions. The Middle Kingdom was not only a time of internal consolidation, it was also an era of expansion. Egyptian armies pushed the boundaries of the kingdom further than ever before. Egyptian influence reached southward into Nubia, a region rich in gold and other valuable resources. This expansion brought immense wealth and resources to Egypt, further solidifying its power. Trade flourished, bringing wealth and exotic goods from distant lands. Merchants traveled far and wide, establishing trade networks that connected Egypt with other great civilizations of the time. The Middle Kingdom, with its focus on stability, expansion, and administrative efficiency, laid the groundwork for the emergence of the New Kingdom, a period that would witness Egypt's transformation into a mighty empire. The achievements of the Middle Kingdom set the stage for future greatness. The pharaohs of the Middle Kingdom, through their shrewd leadership and ambitious endeavors, ensured that Egypt would rise again to reclaim its place as a dominant force in the ancient world. Their legacy is a testament to the enduring strength and resilience of the Egyptian civilization. Johann Ludwig Burckhardt, a name synonymous with exploration and discovery, was born in Switzerland in 1784. He grew up in a privileged family, receiving a classical education that ignited a passion for history and languages. Burckhardt's thirst for knowledge extended beyond the confines of Europe. He yearned to explore the distant lands of the Orient, captivated by their ancient civilizations and rich cultures. Little did he know that his name would be etched in history as a pioneer of exploration, forever linked to the rediscovery of some of the world's most awe-inspiring archaeological treasures. Burckhardt's early years were marked by a deep fascination with the world beyond his Swiss homeland. He devoured tales of adventure and exploration, his imagination ignited by the accounts of early travelers. His academic pursuits reflected this thirst for knowledge, excelling in his studies of history, geography, and languages. These disciplines provided him with a strong foundation, equipping him with the tools necessary to navigate the complexities of the Orient. With each passing year, his desire to experience these distant lands firsthand grew stronger, setting the stage for an extraordinary life of exploration and discovery. Burckhardt's family, while supportive of his academic pursuits, held reservations about his ambitions to travel to the east. The region was perceived as dangerous and unpredictable, fraught with risks that worried his loved ones. However, Burckhardt's determination remained unwavering. He understood the challenges that lay ahead but was undeterred. His resolve to explore the Orient, to immerse himself in its cultures and uncover its secrets, fueled his determination to overcome any obstacle in his path. This unwavering spirit would serve him well in the years to come, guiding him through the triumphs and tribulations of his extraordinary journeys. Determined to realize his dreams, Burckhardt embarked on a period of rigorous preparation. He journeyed to London in 1806, immersing himself in the city's intellectual circles. He honed his Arabic language skills at Cambridge, recognizing the importance of mastering local dialects to navigate the complexities of communication in the East. This linguistic dedication was not merely academic, it was a testament to Burckhardt's respect for the cultures he sought to engage with. His studies went beyond language acquisition, encompassing a deep dive into the history, customs and religious practices of the Arab world. He delved into the accounts of previous explorers, scrutinizing their successes and failures, gleaning valuable insights from their experiences. Burckhardt recognized that knowledge, particularly cultural sensitivity, would be his greatest asset in navigating the challenges of the Orient. His preparations were meticulous, reflecting a blend of academic rigor and practical wisdom, shaping him into an explorer uniquely equipped for the journey ahead. In 1809, under the auspices of the African Association, a London-based organization dedicated to exploring the African continent, Burckhardt embarked on his journey to Cairo. This marked the beginning of his transformation from a scholar into an explorer, stepping out of the libraries and lecture halls and into the heart of the unknown. The voyage to Cairo was arduous, fraught with the challenges of sea travel during that era. Yet, Burckhardt faced each obstacle with unwavering determination, his spirit buoyed by the knowledge that he was one step closer to realizing his lifelong dream. His arrival in Cairo marked the beginning of his immersive experience in the Arab world. He dedicated himself to perfecting his Arabic, adopting local customs, and immersing himself in the rhythms of life along the Nile. He understood that to truly connect with the people and places he aimed to explore, he needed to blend in, to shed the persona of a European outsider and embrace the guise of a traveler who respected and appreciated the nuances of their culture. This commitment to cultural immersion would prove invaluable in the years to come, enabling him to gain access to places and people that had remained hidden from the outside world. Donning the persona of Sheikh Ibrahim ibn Abdallah, a guise meticulously crafted to blend into local communities, Burckhardt embarked on his exploration of the Ottoman Empire's southern regions. This strategic adoption of a local identity was essential for his safety and success. It allowed him to navigate sensitive religious and cultural landscapes, facilitating interactions with local populations who might have been wary of a European traveller. His disguise was more than just a change of clothes. It was an embodiment of his commitment to respectful exploration. In 1812, while journeying through the rugged landscapes of present-day Jordan, Burckhardt encountered Bedouin tribesmen who spoke of a hidden city carved into the sandstone cliffs. Intrigued by their descriptions, he persuaded them to guide him to this mysterious place, unaware that he was about to rediscover one of antiquity's most spectacular lost cities, Petra. The journey was fraught with challenges, navigating treacherous terrain and negotiating with wary locals. Yet Burckhardt's perseverance, fueled by a thirst for discovery, led him to the very heart of this hidden wonder. As he stood before the treasury, Petra's most iconic monument, carved with astonishing detail into the sheer rock face, Burckhardt was awestruck. He meticulously documented the ruins, sketching detailed drawings and recording intricate measurements. He recognized the historical significance of his discovery, understanding that he was rediscovering a lost civilization, a testament to the ingenuity and artistry of the Nabatean people. His meticulous documentation, carried out under the guise of a simple traveler, would prove crucial in reintroducing Petra to the world. Despite his awe at the grandeur of Petra, Burckhardt remained committed to his assumed identity. He knew that revealing his true purpose could jeopardize his safety and limit his access to other hidden treasures. He feigned disinterest, downplaying the significance of the ruins to avoid arousing suspicion. This act of calculated indifference, a testament to his adaptability and quick thinking, allowed him to complete his exploration of Petra and continue his journey, carrying with him the knowledge of a rediscovered wonder that would captivate the world's imagination. Burckhardt's journey continued southward, leading him to Egypt, a land steeped in ancient history. He immersed himself in the study of hieroglyphics, recognizing the importance of deciphering these ancient scripts to unlock the secrets of Egypt's past. His linguistic talents, honed through years of dedicated study, proved invaluable as he grappled with the complexities of this ancient writing system. His efforts, while preliminary, contributed to the growing field of Egyptology, laying the groundwork for future scholars who would ultimately crack the code of hieroglyphics. In 1813, while travelling along the Nile, Burckhardt's attention was drawn to tales of colossal statues buried in the sand near the village of Abu Simbel. Intrigued, he ventured into the desert, guided by local stories and rumours. His perseverance was rewarded when he stumbled upon the awe-inspiring temple complex of Abu Simbel, half buried by the shifting sands of time. The sight of these colossal statues, carved with such grandeur and scale, left him speechless. He recognized the historical significance of his discovery, understanding that he was standing before a monument of unparalleled grandeur, a testament to the power and ambition of Pharaoh Ramesses II. He meticulously documented the site, his detailed descriptions and sketches capturing the magnificence of the temple complex. Burckhardt's discovery at Abu Simbel, alongside his rediscovery of Petra, cemented his legacy as a pioneer of archaeology, a man who brought to light some of the ancient world's most spectacular treasures. Despite the challenges he faced, the scorching heat, the unforgiving terrain, and the constant need to maintain his assumed identity, Burckhardt's spirit never wavered. He pressed on, driven by an insatiable curiosity and a profound respect for the cultures he encountered. His journey through Egypt was more than just a geographical exploration. It was a testament to the power of human curiosity. A journey that revealed the enduring allure of ancient civilizations and the thrill of uncovering their hidden wonders. Howard Carter's name is synonymous with ancient Egypt, a name that echoes through the annals of history. Born in 1874, his early life was far from the scorching sands and ancient tombs he would become known for. Instead, it was filled with the lush greenery and serene landscapes of 19th century England. He grew up in a small village in Norfolk, England, a place that seemed worlds away from the mysteries of the ancient world. His father, a gifted artist, instilled in him a love for art and meticulous detail. This artistic environment nurtured his budding talents. Young Carter was a keen observer, fascinated by the natural world. He would spend countless hours exploring the countryside, observing the intricate details of plants and animals. He spent hours sketching the flora and fauna around his home, capturing the beauty of nature with his pencil. This eye for detail, nurtured from a young age, would prove crucial in his later archaeological pursuits. His sketches were not just drawings, they were detailed studies that honed his observational skills. Carter's formal education was limited, but his thirst for knowledge was insatiable. He devoured books, especially those that transported him to distant lands and ancient times. He was particularly drawn to the ancient world, captivated by stories of lost civilizations and the mysteries they held. Museums and books became his windows to these far-off places. This fascination, combined with his artistic talent, led him to the path of archaeology. He began to dream of uncovering the secrets of the past. At the age of 17, a pivotal opportunity arose. A letter arrived that would change the course of his life forever. Carter was invited to join the Egypt Exploration Fund as a tracer. This was a dream come true for the young artist and aspiring archaeologist. This marked the beginning of his lifelong love affair with Egypt, a journey that would lead him to some of the most significant archaeological discoveries of all time. Arriving in Egypt in 1891, Carter was immediately enthralled by the land's rich history and culture. The bustling streets, the vibrant markets, and the ancient ruins all seemed to whisper secrets of a bygone era. The ancient monuments, the hieroglyphics, the sheer weight of history captivated his imagination. The pyramids stood as silent sentinels of a grand civilization, while the Sphinx, with its enigmatic gaze, seemed to challenge him to uncover its mysteries. He diligently copied inscriptions and drawings, honing his skills under the guidance of experienced archaeologists. Each stroke of his pen was a step closer to understanding the lives and beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. Carter quickly established a reputation for his meticulous work and keen eye. His attention to detail and unwavering dedication set him apart from his peers, earning him respect and admiration in the archaeological community. He was not simply tracing the past, he was breathing life into it, recreating the artistry of ancient Egyptians with remarkable precision. His reconstructions were so vivid that they seemed to transport viewers back in time, allowing them to witness the grandeur of ancient Egypt firsthand. His talent did not go unnoticed. In 1899, at the young age of 25, Carter was appointed Chief Inspector of Monuments for Upper Egypt by the Egyptian Antiquities Service. This prestigious position was a testament to his burgeoning reputation and his potential to make significant contributions to the field. This was a remarkable achievement, a testament to his burgeoning reputation in the field. It was a role that came with immense responsibility, but Carter embraced it with enthusiasm and determination. Carter thrived in this role. He oversaw excavations, meticulously documented findings, and passionately advocated for the preservation of Egypt's fragile heritage. His efforts ensured that the stories of ancient Egypt would be preserved for future generations to study and appreciate. He was laying the groundwork for his most significant discovery, one that would forever etch his name in the annals of history. The Valley of the Kings, with its hidden tombs and untold treasures, awaited his exploration. Little did he know, he was on the brink of uncovering a find that would captivate the world and redefine our understanding of ancient Egypt. In 1907, a fateful meeting occurred that would change the course of Carter's career. He was introduced to George Herbert, the 5th Earl of Carnarvon, a wealthy British aristocrat with a passion for Egyptology. Carnarvon was immediately impressed by Carter's knowledge and enthusiasm. He agreed to finance Carter's excavations, providing the much-needed resources to pursue his archaeological dreams. Thus began a partnership that would become legendary. Carnarvon, with his wealth and influence, provided the financial backing. Carter, the passionate and dedicated archaeologist, provided the expertise and unwavering determination. Together, they formed a formidable team. Their shared goal to uncover the tomb of a little-known pharaoh named Tutankhamun, believed to be hidden somewhere in the Valley of the Kings. Little did they know, this quest would consume them for years to come. The Valley of the Kings, a desolate yet majestic landscape, became Carter's obsession. Year after year, he meticulously excavated, his team sifting through sand and rubble under the scorching Egyptian sun. The work was arduous and often disheartening. False leads, dead ends, and the constant pressure of expectation weighed heavily on Carter. Yet he persevered, driven by an unshakable belief that Tutankhamun's tomb lay hidden beneath the sands. Carnarvon, though initially enthusiastic, grew increasingly impatient with the lack of results. The annual expeditions were costly and doubts began to creep in. However, Carter's unwavering belief eventually convinced Carnarvon to fund one final season. This last-ditch effort, a testament to both men's faith and determination, would prove to be the most significant in archaeological history. A fateful discovery, uncovering the steps to Tutankhamun's tomb. November 4th, 1922, dawned like any other day in the Valley of the Kings. The air was crisp and the golden hues of the rising sun bathed the ancient landscape in a mystical glow. Carter's team, weary from years of toil, began work on a new section, clearing debris near the tomb of Ramesses VI. They had been at this for so long, their hopes often dashed by false leads and empty chambers. As they dug, they stumbled upon a series of steps cut into the rock. The discovery was unexpected, a glimmer of hope in their relentless pursuit. Excitement rippled through the team. The air buzzed with anticipation and the possibility of a monumental find. Could this be it? Could this be the entrance they had been tirelessly searching for? The questions hung in the air, heavy with expectation. Carter, cautious yet optimistic, ordered the steps to be cleared. Every movement was deliberate, every action filled with the weight of history. As the sand and rubble were removed, a sealed doorway emerged, marked with the Necropolis seal. Hope surged through Carter. This seal was a sign, a promise of something extraordinary. This was no ordinary tomb. The intricate designs and the seal suggested something far more significant. With bated breath, Carter sent a telegram to Carnarvon, who was back in England. The message was brief but filled with excitement and urgency. At last have made wonderful discovery in Valley, a magnificent tomb with seals intact. Recovered same for your arrival. Congratulations. The words were simple, yet they carried the weight of years of effort and dreams. The world was about to rediscover Tutankhamun. This was the beginning of a journey that would captivate the imagination of millions and rewrite history. As Carter and his team delved deeper into the tomb, they uncovered a treasure trove of artifacts. Each item, meticulously crafted, told a story of a bygone era. The sheer opulence of the burial goods was staggering, revealing the immense wealth and craftsmanship of ancient Egypt. From golden chariots to intricate jewelry, the tomb was a testament to the grandeur of Tutankhamun's reign. The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb sparked a global fascination with ancient Egypt. Known as Egyptomania, this cultural phenomenon saw Egyptian motifs influencing everything from fashion to architecture. Museums around the world scrambled to exhibit Egyptian artifacts, and the public's appetite for all things Egyptian seemed insatiable. This newfound interest not only brought ancient history to the forefront, but also inspired a generation of archaeologists and historians. The excavation of Tutankhamun's tomb revolutionized the field of archaeology. It set new standards for excavation techniques and documentation, ensuring that future discoveries would be preserved with the utmost care. Moreover, Tutankhamun's legacy permeated popular culture, from movies and literature to art and music. The boy king became a symbol of mystery and adventure, captivating the imagination of people across the globe. Even today, the allure of Tutankhamun endures. His tomb remains one of the most visited sites in Egypt, drawing millions of tourists each year. The treasures of Tutankhamun continue to tour the world, enchanting audiences with their beauty and historical significance. The story of the boy king, discovered almost a century ago, still resonates, reminding us of the timeless fascination with ancient Egypt and its enigmatic pharaohs.
Ancient Egypt, a civilization renowned for its grandeur, flourished on the banks of the Nile River for over 3 millennia. The Egyptians were deeply connected to the natural world, their lives entwined with the rhythms of the sun, moon, and stars. This profound relationship is evident in their religious beliefs, social structures, and daily activities. The Egyptians observed the celestial dance of the sun and stars, recognizing their cyclical nature and the life-giving properties of the sun. They developed a complex understanding of astronomy, using it to track time, predict the Nile's floods, and align their monumental structures with celestial events. The celestial bodies, with their predictable movements, were personified as gods and goddesses. The sun, the most prominent celestial body, was revered as Ra, the creator god, who sailed across the sky each day in his solar bark. Let us journey back in time and delve into the Egyptian experience of day and night, uncovering the secrets of their celestial beliefs. As the sun began its descent in the west, a sense of tranquility descended upon ancient Egypt. The fiery orb dipped below the horizon, marking the end of the workday and ushering in the night. Unlike the bustling activity of the day, the night held a different significance for the Egyptians, a time for rest and reflection. The Egyptians believed that the night was a time when malevolent spirits roamed freely. To ward off these unseen forces, they performed protective rituals, seeking the guidance and protection of their gods. The night sky, a breathtaking tapestry of twinkling stars, held a particular fascination for the Egyptians. Astronomers, priests with specialized knowledge of the heavens, played a crucial role in Egyptian society. The night was not just a time for rest, but also a time for connecting with the divine. The Nile, the lifeblood of ancient Egypt, played a pivotal role in shaping the Egyptian perception of time and the cosmos. Its annual floods, predictable yet awe-inspiring, were the heartbeat of Egyptian civilization. The Egyptians observed that the Nile's inundation coincided with the rising of Sirius, the dog star, in the eastern sky just before dawn. The Egyptians developed a sophisticated calendar based on the solar year, dividing it into 3 seasons: Akhet, inundation; Peret, growing; and Shemu, harvest. The Nile's rhythmic cycle of flood and recession mirrored the cyclical nature of day and night. The Nile, in essence, embodied the cyclical nature of time and the Egyptian belief in the enduring power of the cosmos. The Egyptians were meticulous timekeepers, their lives governed by the celestial rhythms of the sun, moon, and stars. They developed sophisticated methods for measuring time, dividing the day and night into equal segments and creating calendars that aligned with the solar year and the Nile's floods. To measure time during the day, the Egyptians used sundials, simple yet effective devices that tracked the sun's movement across the sky. At night, they relied on water clocks, ingenious devices that measured time based on the steady flow of water from a vessel with a small hole. The Egyptians developed 2 main calendars: a lunar calendar based on the cycles of the moon, and a solar calendar based on the sun's journey around the earth. Accurate timekeeping was essential for religious practices, as temples throughout Egypt adhered to strict schedules for daily rituals and offerings. Time for the Egyptians was not linear but cyclical, intricately linked to the movements of celestial bodies. Death, for the ancient Egyptians, was not an end, but a transition to another realm, the afterlife. Just as the sun journeyed through the underworld each night, so too did the deceased embark on a perilous journey through the underworld. The Egyptians envisioned the underworld as a subterranean world, shrouded in darkness and ruled by Osiris, the god of the dead. The deceased's journey through this shadowy realm was fraught with danger, requiring them to navigate treacherous paths and prove their worthiness to Osiris. Tombs were elaborately furnished with food, clothing, tools, and weapons to accompany the deceased on their journey. The afterlife, therefore, was not a perpetual night, but a realm of both darkness and light, where the deceased faced challenges and rewards. The Egyptian pantheon was populated with a myriad of gods and goddesses, each embodying forces of nature or aspects of human experience. Among these deities, Ra, the sun god, and Nut, the sky goddess, played pivotal roles in the Egyptian perception of day and night. Ra, often depicted as a man with a falcon's head crowned with a solar disk, was the supreme deity in the Egyptian pantheon. Each day, Ra sailed across the sky in his solar bark, bringing light and order to the land. At sunset, he journeyed through the underworld, battling chaotic forces before emerging triumphant each morning in the east. Nut, the sky goddess, was often depicted as a woman arched over the earth, her body adorned with stars. She was the mother of Ra, swallowing him each evening as he descended in the west, and giving birth to him anew each morning in the east. The eternal dance of Ra and Nut symbolized the enduring power of creation and the cyclical nature of existence. Temples, grand and awe-inspiring structures dedicated to the Egyptian gods and goddesses, were not merely places of worship, they were microcosms of the universe. These sacred spaces were intricately aligned with celestial events, their architecture and decoration echoing the celestial realm above. The entrance pylon, flanked by towering obelisks, symbolized the gateway to the celestial realm. The hypostyle hall, with its forest of columns, represented the primeval waters of Nun, from which creation emerged. The sanctuary, the most sacred part of the temple, housed the cult statue of the temple's deity. Temples were also aligned with significant astronomical events, such as solstices and equinoxes. The decoration of temples further emphasized their celestial connections. The ancient Egyptians possessed a profound understanding of astronomy, using their knowledge to align their monumental structures with celestial events. Pyramids, the most iconic of all Egyptian monuments, were not randomly placed, but carefully oriented to the cardinal directions. The four sides of the Great Pyramid of Giza, for instance, are aligned almost perfectly with north, south, east, and west. Temples were also aligned with significant astronomical events, such as solstices and equinoxes. The Egyptians believed that aligning their structures with celestial events imbued them with cosmic power and ensured their stability and longevity. These alignments were powerful expressions of the Egyptian worldview, reflecting their deep reverence for the cosmos. The ancient Egyptians lived in a world deeply intertwined with the rhythms of nature, their lives governed by the cyclical dance of day and night. Their perception of these cycles was not merely functional, but deeply spiritual. Their meticulous timekeeping practices, their alignment of monuments with celestial events, and their elaborate funerary rituals all point to a civilization deeply aware of its place in the grand scheme of the cosmos. The Egyptian fascination with day and night, with the cyclical nature of time and the eternal dance of celestial bodies, continues to captivate us today. The Egyptians, in essence, left behind an enduring legacy, reminding us of the power of observation and the timeless allure of the cosmos.
Have you ever ruminated over the enigmas hidden under the glistening sands of ancient Egypt? The mere idea incites a sense of inquisitiveness and awe, for this territory, nurtured by the Nile, has played host to an extraordinary civilization, seemingly advanced but equally mystifying. At the core of the desert, the pyramids of Giza stand tall in their glory, symbolizing the power and inventiveness of the ancient Egyptians. These architectural wonders, constructed several millennia ago, still confound contemporary architects and engineers. How were they constructed with such meticulousness, and to what end? These queries persist, reverberating through the caverns of the Great Pyramid. Beyond the pyramids, the sepulchres of the Valley of the Kings hold a universe here, amidst the desert's tranquility. The pharaohs were consigned to their eternal slumber in opulence. Their tombs, embellished with elaborate hieroglyphics and priceless artifacts, provide a peek into their existence and ideologies. However, numerous of these crypts are yet to see the light of day, their mysteries shrouded by the relentless sands of time. It's not simply about the monumental edifices or the treasure-laden crypts. The ancient Egyptians were trailblazers in a myriad of knowledge domains: medicine, astronomy, mathematics, literature. The list is extensive. Papyrus scrolls awaiting interpretation might disclose priceless knowledge about old-world wisdom. Yet, much of this wisdom continues to be untouched, constrained within the cryptic hieroglyphs. Then we come to the puzzling pantheon of the ancient Egyptians. Deities with human forms and beastly heads, tales of genesis and obliteration, rituals of life and death. These spiritual facets contribute to the intricacy and richness of the ancient Egyptian civilization. However, much of this spiritual heritage is yet to be entirely comprehended. The sands of Egypt form an expansive canvas, where the ancient civilization has painted a narrative of magnificence, intelligence, and mystery. As archaeologists and historians continue their exploration of this canvas, new discoveries keep surfacing, adding new dimensions to our comprehension of this captivating civilization. With an abundance of secrets still concealed by the sands, one can't help but ponder, what other mysteries does ancient Egypt harbor? The golden sands of Egypt have been generous, offering us glimpses into the past. Over the centuries, these unyielding dunes have relinquished a plethora of treasures that have significantly contributed to our understanding of this ancient civilization. The tombs of the pharaohs, for instance, are a testament to the grandeur of this bygone era. The Great Pyramid of Giza, the last of the seven wonders of the ancient world still standing, is a marvel of engineering and architecture that continues to bewilder scholars and enthusiasts alike. Other significant tombs, such as those in the Valley of the Kings, have been the resting place of numerous pharaohs and high officials, offering us a wealth of information about their lives and beliefs. Then there's the Rosetta Stone, an unassuming slab of granodiorite that held the key to deciphering Egyptian hieroglyphs. Discovered in 1799, this trilingual inscription unlocked the secrets of an ancient language and in turn an entire civilization. This single artifact has been instrumental in our understanding of the nuances of ancient Egyptian culture, religion and administration. And who could forget the treasures of Tutankhamun's tomb? Discovered in 1922 by Howard Carter, this nearly intact tomb was filled with over 5,000 artifacts, many of them in pristine condition. The golden death mask of the young pharaoh, his richly adorned chariots, and the intricate jewelry are just a few examples of the exquisite craftsmanship of ancient Egyptians. Each discovery, each unearthed treasure, has added a piece to the elaborate puzzle that is ancient Egypt. Through these finds, we have been able to piece together a picture of a civilization that was at once complex and fascinating, a civilization that revered their leaders as gods, believed in life after death, and left an indelible mark on the world. Yet these unearthed treasures are but a fraction of what lies undiscovered. Beneath the golden sands, the relics of the past wait patiently, ready to reveal their secrets and continue the story of this incredible civilization. Yes, there is much more to be discovered. The quest is by no means over. It's just beginning. Beyond the well-known pyramids and grand temples, Egypt conceals more. A land steeped in antiquity, its sands whisper tales of glory and grandeur, many still untold. The mysteries of Egypt are not only confined to the majestic pyramids of Giza or the intricate tombs of the Valley of the Kings. Instead, they lie in wait beneath the vast expanses of the desert, within the heart of its bustling cities, and along the fertile banks of the Nile. The scope for discovery in Egypt is vast, as the recent unearthing of the lost Golden City near Luxor attests. A city hidden for over 3,000 years, it was found almost perfectly preserved, its streets lined with houses, its administrative and residential districts still intact. The archaeologists were astounded by the magnitude of the find. Indeed, it was a testament to the fact that, even after centuries of exploration, Egypt still has much to reveal. This discovery is not an isolated incident. Each year, more sites are being identified, waiting to be explored. Egypt, with its millennia-old history, holds an immense trove of archaeological wealth. The potential of finding such sites is not merely for the sake of historical curiosity. Each new discovery adds another chapter to our understanding of the ancient world, of civilizations that thrived thousands of years ago. Furthermore, these sites, once unearthed, can provide insights into the daily life, religious beliefs, social structure, and artistic sensibilities of the ancient Egyptians. They are not just remnants of the past, but living, breathing entities that continue to speak to us, sharing their stories, their triumphs, their tragedies. Yet the process of discovery is painstakingly slow. Each grain of sand must be carefully sifted, each artifact meticulously studied, each site painstakingly preserved. But the rewards are worth the effort, for every hidden site holds the promise of a new understanding, a new perspective, a new appreciation of the past. The sands of time have yet to reveal all their secrets. As we continue to delve into Egypt's hidden depths, we remain hopeful that the ancient land will continue to astonish us with its timeless tales and treasures. Ancient Egypt was a civilization ahead of its time, but how much do we truly know? Indeed, the civilization that thrived on the banks of the Nile was a beacon of human achievement, a testament to what ingenuity can accomplish. Let's delve into the realm of the ancient Egyptians' advanced knowledge. Consider their understanding of astronomy. They were among the first to chart the stars, establishing the basis for the modern 12-month calendar. Their sophisticated knowledge of celestial bodies allowed them to align their pyramids with the constellation of Orion, a feat that still baffles us to this day. But the depth of their astronomical understanding is still a mystery, waiting to be unraveled. In the field of medicine, the ancient Egyptians were pioneers. They performed complex surgeries, developed an array of medicinal treatments, and had an understanding of the human body that was years ahead of their time. The Ebers Papyrus, one of the oldest medical documents in existence, is a testament to their medical acumen. Yet we are only beginning to scratch the surface of their medical knowledge. Architecture was another area where the Egyptians excelled. The pyramids, the Sphinx, the temples, all stand as enduring symbols of their architectural prowess. But the principles behind their construction, the techniques they used, the tools they had, much of it remains shrouded in mystery. And let's not forget agriculture. The ancient Egyptians, through their intricate irrigation systems and knowledge of the Nile's flooding cycles, were able to turn the desert into a fertile oasis. The principles they employed are still in use today. But again, we have only a fragment of their agricultural knowledge. The ancient Egyptians were a civilization ahead of its time. Their knowledge in various fields was profound, and much of it remains untapped. We've inherited the remnants of their wisdom, but there is so much more to discover, so much more to understand. The wisdom of the ancients awaits in the shadows of the pyramids. The quest to unravel the mysteries of ancient Egypt is far from over. Indeed, the sands of Egypt continue to safeguard secrets that have yet to be revealed. Ongoing excavations and research carried out by intrepid archaeologists and historians are still unearthing treasures and knowledge that boggle the mind and challenge our understanding of this ancient civilization. In the heart of Egypt, beneath the blazing sun, the archaeologists' spades slice through the sands like a pen on a blank canvas, each stroke revealing a new layer of history, a new piece of the puzzle. Their work is not merely a job, but a passion, fueled by the allure of discovery. They are the true custodians of our past, painstakingly sifting through the sands of time. But it's not just about uncovering treasures, it's about deciphering the stories they tell. Every artifact, every inscription, every monument holds a narrative waiting to be understood. It's a complex jigsaw puzzle, and each discovery is a piece that brings us closer to seeing the full picture. The potential for new findings is vast, from the secrets of the Sphinx to the mysteries of the pyramids, from the enigmatic hieroglyphs to the lost tombs of the pharaohs. The possibilities are countless, and with each new discovery we gain a deeper understanding of the life, culture and wisdom of the ancient Egyptians. But this quest is not without its responsibilities. It's crucial that we preserve these historical sites and artifacts. They are our direct link to the past, a tangible testament to our shared human history. And they are a heritage that we must protect for future generations to learn from and appreciate. As we continue to dig deeper into the sands of Egypt, we inch closer to understanding the enigma of this ancient civilization. The quest continues, and with each passing day, the ancient sands of Egypt whisper stories waiting to be told. Our understanding of this remarkable civilization is growing, but there is still so much more to discover. The story of ancient Egypt is far from over, and the next chapter could be just beneath our feet. Have you ever wondered how the sands of time have shifted under the influence of different civilizations? Such is the curious case of the Romans and their impact on ancient Egypt. Egypt, the cradle of civilization, with its pyramids and pharaohs, has always held an allure for history enthusiasts. But like a prism refracting light, Egypt's history is multifaceted, with one of its most intriguing aspects being the influence of the Roman civilization. The Romans, renowned for their mastery in governance and engineering, set foot in Egypt around the 1st century BC. A land already steeped in rich history, Egypt was a jewel that many sought but few could claim. For the Romans, it was an opportunity to expand their empire, and for Egypt, it was the dawn of a new era. Over the course of our exploration, we will navigate through the corridors of time to shed light on the Roman conquest, the blending of cultures under Roman rule, the marvels of Roman engineering, and their enduring legacy in Egypt. Imagine, if you will, the bustling city of Cyrene, a vibrant testament to Roman architectural prowess, thriving under the desert sun. Picture the grandeur of Roman forts, their imposing structures a beacon of Roman might amidst Egypt's ancient landscape. But this influence was not confined to bricks and mortar. The Romans, with their nuanced governance, were architects of society too. They built bridges, not just of stone, but of culture, intertwining their own with that of the Egyptians, creating a rich tapestry woven with threads of both Roman and Egyptian heritage. And let's not forget the marvels of Roman engineering. Aqueducts snaking through the landscape, an ingenious solution to the desert's harsh climate. Their testament to the Romans' ingenuity still stands today, echoing tales of a civilization far advanced for its time. As we delve deeper into this intriguing history, we will uncover the profound impact of the Roman civilization on ancient Egypt, a tale of conquest, cultural fusion, architectural genius, and an enduring legacy that has stood the test of time. This is the unseen influence of the Romans on ancient Egypt. The Romans, a civilization known for its military prowess and strategic acumen, set their sights on Egypt around 30 BC. The allure of Egypt's vast resources and strategic location was too enticing to ignore. After all, Egypt was a jewel in the crown of the Mediterranean, with its fertile river valleys, abundant grain, and access to the Red Sea trade routes. The conquest of Egypt was not just about territorial expansion for the Romans, it was a strategic move, a testament to their foresight. Egypt was not just another province, it was the breadbasket of the Roman Empire. The fertile lands along the Nile River provided a steady supply of grain, ensuring that Rome never went hungry. Furthermore, the wealth of Egypt, particularly its gold, added significantly to the coffers of the Roman Empire, fueling its economic prosperity. But the Romans weren't merely conquerors, they were also assimilators. They recognized the importance of Egypt's rich culture and history. Instead of imposing their culture wholesale on the Egyptians, they chose to integrate, absorbing elements of Egyptian culture into their own. This approach allowed them to win over the hearts and minds of the Egyptian people, making their rule more palatable. The conquest of Egypt marked the beginning of Roman influence in the region. The Romans established their presence with the construction of forts and cities, including the city of Cyrene, which became a hub of Roman culture and commerce in North Africa. These settlements served not only as military outposts, but also as symbols of Roman power and civilization. The Roman conquest also marked a significant shift in Egypt's history. The pharaonic era had ended, and the Roman era had begun. It was a period of change and adaptation, as two of the ancient world's most renowned civilizations became inexorably intertwined. With the conquest complete, the stage was set for a Roman era in Egypt's history. The Romans had arrived, and they were here to stay. Their influence would permeate every aspect of Egyptian life, from its culture to its architecture, leaving an indelible mark on the land of the pharaohs. Under Roman rule, Egypt experienced a fusion of cultures that shaped its future. The Roman conquest of Egypt in 30 BC was not just a political takeover, but a significant cultural merger that forever altered the course of Egyptian history. This period was marked by a fascinating blend of Roman and Egyptian cultures, creating a unique societal tapestry that still resonates today. The Romans, renowned for their administrative efficiency, brought about significant societal changes. They introduced their language Latin, but also allowed the use of Greek and Egyptian, acknowledging the importance of cultural diversity. This linguistic coexistence is a testament to the Romans' pragmatic approach, allowing for smoother administration and better communication with the locals. In the realm of religion, the Romans displayed remarkable adaptability. They embraced Egyptian gods, incorporating them into their pantheon, thus creating a hybrid religious system. The Roman emperor, seen as a divine entity in Rome, was also portrayed as a pharaoh in Egyptian contexts, further exemplifying this cultural synthesis. The Romans also respected and adopted the Egyptian tradition of mummification, a practice associated with the journey to the afterlife. This adoption illustrates the Romans' willingness to integrate local customs into their own, a strategy that undoubtedly helped in maintaining peace and stability. Politically, the Romans recognized the value of the existing Egyptian administrative structures and, rather than dismantling them, chose to adapt and build upon them. While the Romans brought their own laws and governance style, they also incorporated Egyptian legal traditions, creating a blended system that was both effective and accepted by the locals. Under Roman rule, Egypt became a melting pot of cultures, a place where Roman and Egyptian traditions coexisted and even merged. The Romans' pragmatic approach to ruling, their willingness to adapt, and their respect for the existing culture resulted in a unique societal blend, a fusion that enriched both societies. The Roman rule had firmly woven itself into the fabric of Egyptian society, leaving an indelible mark. The Romans were renowned for their engineering prowess, and Egypt was no exception to their architectural marvels. When we delve into the annals of history, we find that Roman engineering left an indelible mark on the landscape of Egypt. This influence is evident in the remarkable structures that withstood the test of time, echoing the grandeur of Rome even in the heart of the desert. One of the most fascinating examples of Roman engineering in Egypt is the aqueducts. These ingenious structures were designed to transport water from the Nile to the arid regions of the country. The Romans applied their knowledge of hydraulics to master the art of moving water across great distances, using gravity as their ally. They built aqueducts with such precision that even after 2,000 years, some of these structures remain functional. Just as impressive are the Roman bridges scattered across Egypt. These bridges were not just feats of engineering, they were strategically placed to facilitate trade and communication. The Romans harnessed the power of arches, a design still used in modern bridges, to create sturdy, reliable structures that could bear the weight of heavy traffic. But the epitome of Roman influence in Egypt can be seen in the city of Cyrene. Nestled in the Libyan desert, Cyrene was once a vibrant Roman city, brimming with grand architecture. The city was a fusion of Egyptian and Roman cultures, reflected in its many monuments. The Romans adorned Cyrene with a grand amphitheatre, a testament to their love for the arts, and bathhouses that showcased their innovative heating systems. The city was also home to the Temple of Zeus, a colossal structure that rivaled the Parthenon in Athens. This temple, built in the Corinthian style, with its fluted columns and ornate friezes, is a testament to the architectural prowess of the Romans. The Roman engineering marvels in Egypt were not just structures of stone and mortar. They were symbols of the empire's might, the physical embodiment of their knowledge and creativity. Even today, these structures inspire awe and admiration, reminding us of a time when Rome's influence stretched across the known world. These architectural wonders stand as a testament to the Roman influence that pervaded Egypt. Even as empires rise and fall, their legacies continue to echo through the ages. The Roman Empire was no exception. Its influence on ancient Egypt was profound, and its imprint can still be seen today. The Romans, with their superior military tactics and engineering prowess, built numerous forts across Egypt. These forts served not just as defensive structures, but also as important trade and administrative centers. One could say that these forts were the backbone of Roman rule in Egypt, facilitating control over the vast desert landscapes and the bustling Nile River. But the Romans didn't just bring their military might to Egypt, they brought their culture too. The Romans, being pragmatic as they were, did not seek to erase the existing Egyptian culture, but rather chose to integrate it with their own. This integration led to a fascinating blend of Roman and Egyptian cultural elements, visible in the architecture, art, and even religious practices of the time. The city of Cyrene stands as a testament to this blend of cultures, with its Roman-style buildings adorned with Egyptian symbols and motifs. The Roman influence also extended to the governance of Egypt. The Romans introduced a more centralized administrative system which proved to be more efficient than the previous structures. This system not only helped the Romans maintain control over Egypt, but also paved the way for future administrative practices. Finally, the Romans introduced new agricultural techniques and crops that boosted Egypt's economy. They also improved the existing irrigation systems, ensuring a more reliable water supply for the agricultural lands. These advancements in agriculture had a lasting impact, securing Egypt's position as a breadbasket of the Mediterranean even after the fall of the Roman Empire. The Roman influence in Egypt was not just a chapter in history, but a saga that continues to resonate. The Roman legacy in Egypt is a story of cultural integration, administrative efficiency, and agricultural advancement. It's a story that serves as a reminder of how empires, even in their fall, continue to shape the world in unexpected ways. The sands of the Egyptian desert hold stories of times when the might of Rome shaped its destiny. We've journeyed through epochs, traversed the timeline of the Roman conquest and rule, and marveled at the engineering feats that stood as testaments to Roman ingenuity. We've explored the harmonious blend of cultures that resulted from the Roman reign in Egypt, and how their legacy still lingers in the windswept landscapes of this ancient land. As we traced the footsteps of Roman soldiers along the Nile, we discovered the profound effects of Roman architecture and engineering. The aqueducts, the bridges, the forts, all silent witnesses to a time when Rome's influence was stamped onto Egyptian soil. They echo the genius of a civilization that was far ahead of its time, a civilization that left an indelible mark on the world. We ventured into the city of Cyrene, a page from history that encapsulates the Roman-Egyptian cultural fusion, a city that bears witness to the Roman administrative acumen, and a testament to the peaceful coexistence of two great civilizations under the Roman rule. The Roman era was not merely a period of conquest and rule, it was an era of influence that sowed the seeds of progress and cultural evolution. The Roman legacy in Egypt is not confined to the remnants of their architectural marvels. It is imbued in the ethos of the land, subtly influencing its course of development. Understanding this Roman influence is akin to piecing together a grand puzzle, a puzzle that reveals the vibrant tapestry of Egyptian history. It helps us comprehend how the past has shaped the present and how it will continue to shape the future. In conclusion, the Roman era was a pivotal chapter in the history of ancient Egypt. It was a time of change, of growth, and of cultural amalgamation. It was an era that left an enduring imprint on the sands of time. As we walk on the sands of Egypt, we tread on layers of history, each telling a tale of civilizations, their rise, their fall, and their enduring influence. Ancient Egyptian society, though often viewed through the lens of pharaohs and pyramids, was deeply rooted in the family unit. The family was the cornerstone of their civilization, providing the essential framework for social and economic stability. Family provided stability, social structure, and a sense of belonging in a world often at the mercy of the Nile's floods. The annual inundation of the Nile was both a blessing and a challenge, and families worked together to manage its impacts. This emphasis on kinship permeated all levels of society, from peasant households to royal palaces. Whether in humble villages or grand estates, the family was the primary unit of social organization. Homes, whether simple mud brick dwellings or grander structures of stone, were vibrant spaces where families lived, worked and interacted. These homes were not just shelters but centers of daily life and activity. Within these walls, daily life unfolded. Meals were prepared, children played and crafts were practiced. The rhythm of daily life was marked by the seasons and the cycles of the Nile. The household was a microcosm of Egyptian society, reflecting the hierarchical structure of the wider world. Each member had a role to play, contributing to the family's well-being and prosperity. Tomb paintings and inscriptions offer intimate glimpses into the daily routines and relationships of ancient Egyptians. These artworks reveal the importance of family ties and the affection shared among family members. Scenes of families sharing meals paint a vivid picture of the centrality of family in this ancient civilization. Meal times were not just for sustenance, but were also social occasions that reinforced family bonds and traditions. Daily life in ancient Egypt was a tapestry woven from routine tasks, religious observances, and social interactions. Men, typically responsible for agricultural labor, crafts, or trade, were the primary breadwinners. Women, while often managing the domestic sphere, actively participated in various economic activities. They engaged in tasks such as brewing beer, weaving textiles, and managing household finances. The home itself was a place of activity, with tasks often shared among family members. Children assisted with chores and learned the skills necessary for adulthood. This division of labor fostered a sense of interdependence within the family unit. The household reflected the importance of order, balance, and shared responsibility. Contrary to popular belief, ancient Egyptian women enjoyed a surprising degree of legal and economic independence. They could own property, engage in business transactions, and even represent themselves in court. Women held positions of respect within the family structure. Mothers were highly revered, and their influence was significant. While women possessed legal rights and societal respect, their lives were still shaped by gender roles within the patriarchal structure. The realities of daily life, childbirth, and societal expectations influenced their experiences. From fields to palaces, social stratification and daily life. Ancient Egyptian society was highly stratified, with a clear hierarchy influencing every aspect of life. At the apex stood the pharaoh, followed by priests, nobles, and high-ranking officials. These individuals enjoyed lives of privilege, inhabiting opulent homes and wielding considerable power. Commoners, who constituted the vast majority, led more modest lives. Despite disparities in wealth and status, shared religious beliefs and cultural practices united Egyptians across social strata. All Egyptians venerated the same gods, observed similar funerary rituals, and shared a common cultural identity. The ties that bind marriage, family, and inheritance. In ancient Egypt, the bonds of marriage, family, and inheritance were deeply intertwined, forming the bedrock of society. Marriage in ancient Egypt was primarily a social and economic contract, ensuring the continuation of the family line. These unions were meticulously documented, often involving detailed contracts that outlined the responsibilities and expectations of both parties. Marriages were often arranged to forge alliances and secure advantageous social connections. These alliances were not just personal, but also political, strengthening ties between powerful families and communities. Most marriages were monogamous, although men of high status could take secondary wives or concubines. This practice was more common among the elite, reflecting their wealth and social standing. Women had a degree of protection within marriage, with laws safeguarding their property rights and inheritance. These laws ensured that women could maintain some level of independence and security, even within a patriarchal society. Divorce was a possibility for both men and women, albeit with certain social and economic consequences. The process could be complex, often involving negotiations over property and custody of children. Children were highly valued, and families celebrated their arrival with joy. The birth of a child was seen as a blessing, and elaborate ceremonies were often held to mark the occasion. Parents doted on their children, providing them with toys, games, and affection. This nurturing environment was crucial for the child's development and future role in society. Inheritance played a crucial role, typically passing through the male line, with sons inheriting from their fathers. This ensured the continuity of the family name and the preservation of wealth and property. Daughters could inherit property, and in some cases even the throne, if there were no male heirs. This was particularly true in royal families, where the absence of a male heir could lead to a daughter ascending to power, ensuring the stability of the dynasty. Furnishing the past homes and possessions, the homes of ancient Egyptians, whether modest mud brick dwellings or grand estates, were spaces where daily life unfolded. These homes were not just shelters, but the heart of family life, where traditions and daily routines were carried out. Most homes were designed around a central courtyard, providing light and ventilation. This architectural feature was crucial in the hot climate, ensuring that the living spaces remained cool and comfortable. This open space often served as an extension of the living area where families gathered for meals and socializing. It was a place for children to play, for adults to work, and for everyone to relax and enjoy each other's company. Furniture was typically simple and functional, with wooden frames covered with woven mats for beds. These beds provided a basic yet comfortable place to rest after a day's work. Chests and boxes stored clothing and personal belongings, while pottery vessels held food and drink. These storage solutions were essential for keeping the home organized and ensuring that daily necessities were easily accessible. Wealthier homes had brightly colored paintings depicting scenes from daily life and religious rituals. These artworks added a touch of elegance and reflected the homeowner's taste and social status. These murals beautified the home and served as visual reminders of the homeowner's status and beliefs. They often depicted gods, goddesses, and significant events, reinforcing the cultural and religious values of the time. The possessions found in Egyptian homes provide valuable insights into the lifestyles and beliefs of the people who lived in them. From everyday items to decorative pieces, each object tells a story about the ancient Egyptians' way of life, their values and their aspirations. A child's world upbringing and education in the Nile Valley. Childhood in ancient Egypt was a crucial period of preparation for adulthood. Children were nurtured in environments where they were taught the skills and values essential for their future roles in society. Education was highly valued, with literacy seen as a mark of social distinction. Boys from wealthy families often received formal education at temple schools, learning to read and write hieroglyphs. Girls were educated at home in domestic skills like weaving and managing the household. Play was an integral part of childhood, with children engaging in a variety of games and activities. The transition to adulthood was marked by rituals and ceremonies, signifying readiness for marriage, family, and societal contributions. Our understanding of ancient Egyptian family life has been shaped by centuries of scholarship and archaeological discoveries. The Victorian era often projected its own values onto the past, interpreting ancient Egyptian society through a lens of patriarchy. As archaeological evidence has accumulated, our understanding of gender roles and family dynamics has become more nuanced. Legal documents, tomb inscriptions, and artistic representations depicting women in positions of authority have challenged traditional interpretations. By acknowledging the diversity of human experience, we gain a more accurate understanding of the past.